Hello once again and welcome to the 2022 Augusta Classic presented by the Augusta Disc Golf Association. We've got the back nine here of round 2 MPO Lead Card, Ace Run Productions here. I am Felix.
And I am Conrad.
Conrad, we saw Braden and Martin kind of leading the pack there during the front nine. This back nine may be a little bit of a different story. What challenges can we expect?
Yeah, we do have the water comes into play in more than just one hole. So we have that to contend with, and just a little bit of variety in the shots that you need to execute in order to score.
We're going to start things off here at hole 10. This is a par 3 coming in at 279 feet. This is an island hole. You're teeing from the sidewalk there. You're going to see here as we approach the drone here, the outline of the island itself. A couple of trees to contend with as you're coming into this basket. There's also some slope that runs away on the backside of this green here, which can lead you down into some tricky footing for an uphill putt as well, or can even take you out of bounds, as the pathway on the left of the previous hole plays as OB for this hole as well.
I want to mention that the island actually plays as hazard, not as OB, so you still have to play it from where it lands. You're just going to take a stroke with that.
And a beautiful shot here to start the back nine for Braden, picking up right where he left off in the front. Tyler going wider with something more stable.
A little bit safer route. He's going to have a slightly obstructed putt there with a tree, but he is safe and in bounds.
Your leader, Martin Kneece, here taking a mid-range right-hand side, letting it drift subtly to the left, and he clips that first tree coming into the island, but is safe.
Dollar with the thumber. Love to see it.
Yeah, talked about it in the front nine. The overhands are back for Matt Dollar.
So everyone is on the green and they're safe. Now it's time for the treacherous putts, because behind the basket is nothing but slope.
Beautiful putt there. Scary one for Martin, but he bangs it home for the birdie.
No, that's a scary one for us to look at. I don't think Martin was scared at all.
Tyler just a touch slow. He did have that tree right in front of him and that canopy there kind of blocking the height of the putt.
Caught a little bit of lettuce. I don't know if that took enough off.
Veteran Dollar there with a similar putt, but he gets down on a knee, therefore opening up his window a little more, and he pays off getting the birdie. Dropping in the birdie there as well for Braden. So 3 out of 4 here are going to take the birdie. That train,
Just want to make sure
that train's been going around for, feels like 3 holes now.
Make sure it wasn't just me, right? And that train needed some attention.
3 out of 4 getting the birdie there on hole 10 to start off the back nine.
Hole 11 is a par 4 coming in at 445 feet. You have the OB the entire way on the left-hand side. If you manage to find the water on the right, that's terrible, but there is natural hazard over there. You ideally want to land around this 200 pin mark or closer, as you see the playable surface gets much narrower as you approach the basket.
It's just tight the entire way.
Oh, I really expected to see just like 4 forehands here.
Slipped down my hand.
Oh,
It's not liking that.
said it slipped out.
And he gets back in bounds off of that branch.
Plain lucky.
Living the good life there. I can see why they're going with the backhand. It's going to push a little further and kind of shorten that second shot.
Yeah, but you're throwing straight at OB and just having
that. Wow, he's going to have an eagle look from there. That's incredible.
That was like a 400-foot turnover blind.
Dollar pushing this left side as well. Trusting that disc to turn, and it does beautifully. It lands right around that 200-foot mark that we talked about.
Why did I say anything about forehand if Tyler's the only one that's going to do it? Like, I should have just... That's the safest play right there.
Yeah.
And he's still playing for birdie.
Right in the meat, yeah.
Yeah.
Forehand, make your putt, take your birdie, move on.
Yep.
Nice and wide on that, like the commitment.
That is perfect.
Yeah.
That's a bag on the birdie.
Stress-free. Doesn't like it. Dollar going backhand.
Then he'll have a
12-footer.
Shoulder on.
Back putt. Yeah. Simple hole for these guys. They're dissecting it so far. And
Well, Braden had to capitalize on that luck that he got from hitting the branch OB and coming back in bounds. But we're looking at an eagle bid here for Martin.
A little bit of misfortune having to deal with the ceiling, but he gets his second eagle of the round. Martin Kneece.
He did it on hole 2. Second hole he played, and now he's done on the second hole on the back. Dollar with a textbook birdie.
Gonna have a galaxy frame here, I believe it's called. Yeah, these guys just obliterating hole 11 here, which did play 0.7 strokes below par, so.
Yeah.
But Martin Kneece was the only eagle on the day. Alright, that brings us to hole 12, a par 3 at 280 feet, water on the right the entire way, and you need to basically push this water line the entire way if you're going to give yourself a birdie look. See a beautiful crane there taking off. This tree on the right hand side there is one of the last obstacles that can possibly push your disc back OB. There's another one by the basket as well. Some forehands can also come into play here, but you're probably going to see 4 backhands here. This hole terrifies me because I always throw my Sexton Firebird at it, and I'm always afraid I'll never see it again.
Well, at least this time we can actually get in the water.
Yeah.
2 years ago, there was some algae growing in the water that was toxic. So if your disc went in, you just left it.
There is still the alligator, or crocodile, whatever it is that's in there, that there's signs for still.
That's not good.
That looks a little too high. It needs to stick.
Oh, all right.
It settles inbounds there. Didn't want to gloss over Martin's shot as he threw a beautiful one inside the circle. Backhand number 3 on the way.
Ooh, that's scary. He trusts it, and
Gets
it
that
goes back
skip.
in bounds. All right. I said it on the front, and I'll say it again. You know.
Oh, there's a forehand.
Hey!
Needs some skip off of that roadway,
Yeah.
and he gets caught in that ditch left-hand side, so that's out of bounds.
Yeah, I said it before that it's not a birdie or a die course, but you know you do want to get them when you have the opportunity because they do present themselves. That was a good run there. And even though this hole is it's 280 feet, textbook, but it has teeth. Oh, and Braden leaves that one low, hits the cage.
Dollar a couple of steps closer, lining up that MV again, looking for his birdie.
Oh, and he hits cage too.
Martin.
And this is a relatively calm day, especially
is.
being right next to the water. You typically get some wind, but
Yeah, this is about as calm as I've seen this course play.
Yeah.
Normally there's at least 5-10 mile an hour winds, and we've seen it a lot worse than that in previous years.
And especially when the holes are right next to the water versus being a little sheltered further away. Ty putting that one in from a little bit of distance for his bogey.
A little bit of a scoring spread there. Birdie, a couple of pars, and a bogey. Martin trying to pull away here.
Hole 13 is a par 3, 335 feet. Again, another textbook. Looks like it's pretty cut and dry, but it's not. You need to hit that initial gap. You got to pay attention to the OB, the entire length on the right. Then you have the chimney and the I don't even know what to call these trees because they're like so strategically placed that they're evil. Anyway, you want to get through that gap or go around those trees to get to the basket, and still you have a hill that the basket is sitting on that leads to OB down at the bottom of it. So there's a lot going on.
Highs are here. He's trying to push the backside of those trees, but he's going to end up
in the trees. Yep, he fell down in them. I told you.
Yeah,
I told you.
Those trees are massive. Like you can be 10, 15 feet inside of those trees and not have a look out.
This one's another high one.
Pushes past, and that's going to give him a look coming back for the birdie.
Mm-hmm.
That's a layup.
He didn't realize how far past it he was. He thought he was still short. Oh, Dollar
hit a tree?
Kick. Yeah, and pushes him to the right-hand side. So he's going to have to contend with those massive trees as well.
And Tyler looked like he's doing a beeline straight toward him, hoping that it would turn before he got there, but it did. He's in the trees as well.
I'm not going to Terry Miller myself here, but those trees
Say
like to
say it.
Bring the disc into them. Careful with my wording there. Dollar with a beautiful touch approach there around the trees.
Beautiful shot.
And we'll never see Martin again. He's now one with the tree. As the options are none here. I mean, you can just throw it hard and hope to punch through.
I guess.
And he does just that.
Okay. Apparently there was a gap that existed.
Yeah.
Or either he created one or the other. Brady here for his birdie putt.
Beautiful. Nice birdie there. Gaining strokes on the card.
Oh, all
never
right,
mind. Tyler fought through.
Yeah.
I thought he was further back in the tree.
He made it through to the front of the tree so that he can make it through to the front of the basket and make that putt.
Mm-hmm.
And Martin walking away with a par. Not too bad for where he started out. You can easily take multiple strokes being inside of that bush.
You can. You could be 60 feet from the basket there and take 3 strokes to finish out the hole still.
Yeah.
Hole 14. This is a par 3 at 325 feet. This is a straight shot here. Throw your straightest disc, aim it at the basket, and minimize and control your fade coming in. There is a left to right slope which can bring your disc towards the OB on the right hand side. Most of these guys are going to be throwing mid-ranges at this, so I don't see that being too big of an issue. Should be a birdie look that these guys are all gunning for.
The only thing that's slightly tricky about this hole is that it's on a hill, so it's the incline as you get toward the basket.
There's also a bit of a low ceiling on the right-hand side if you're trying to flip something up.
Mm-hmm.
See if he has a look from that right-hand side there. This gap here is tighter also than it looks here on coverage. But it is so close to the tee that you're not really worried about missing it, but it can kind of get in your head.
Yeah.
Similar shot to Braden, a little closer there for Tyler. And Martin with that buzz again.
Oh, that's a nice looking line. And it's coming back toward the pin.
Fantastic
that
shots.
pine cone. It would have been closer if it weren't for that pine cone.
We all saw it.
Dollar with his flexi.
Shape it up nicely, using that hillside to slow it down and check it up. And I'll have a look for the birdie from there as well. Got Braden here first to act.
Just a little low. Dollar's up next. Make sure he puts that in the center right of the chains for that bird.
Beautiful putt there for Dollar, picking up the birdie here.
Tyler with an interesting footing, having to be underneath the bush.
man. Yeah, just leaves it a touch low there.
Yeah.
Putting uphill from that awkward stance.
Jason give me the dead spot for sure, but I don't.
And Martin with an easy birdie there.
You mean to tell me that Martin got another birdie?
Yep. It's not quite as clean as he was on the front nine, but 3 birdies so far on the back.
And the eagle.
Oh, never mind. That's a dark blue. I thought that was a... Whoops. I thought that was a maroon.
He's 5 down through 5. You talking about it? That's clean. All right, hole 15 is a par 3, 310 feet. You have a couple of gaps to work with off the tee. You definitely don't want to take the one that the drone is flying through. That's just the straightest route. Most people will be throwing a hyzer or either a forehand to get around that initial cluster and these cluster of garden trees as you approach the basket. It is tilted from left to right. You don't really have to worry about OB. These players have enough control. As long as they don't get kicked off of a tree, should be an easy par save if they're not able to park it off the drive.
Martin here struggling on the back nine, trying to get his round going. Taking that hyzer line you were talking about. Give himself a look there. A little bit of a longer look for the birdie.
Going for the skip shot can be risky sometimes. Hitting something on the ground could stop you or deflect the disc. Dollar does all right though.
Good shot there. Braden looks like he's lining up the left-hand gap. Oh, no, never mind.
Oh, he took it out too wide and hit a tree, kicked him into another tree that came straight down. So, again, he should be able to get up and down rather easily.
Tyler with a nice hyzer here.
Yep, he had the height on it and everything.
Very nice. Best of the bunch there.
Braden still with an opportunity with a bid here.
That's a long run.
Yeah.
It's got a lot of pop on that jump putt. Martin. Just short left. Ooh, I thought about doing some rolling there, but she sat down.
Dollar getting the wind read.
It's like a touch of left to right wind there.
Still left was just a little bit low. If they would just lower these cages just a bit.
Just a bit. Another one of these, yeah, chunky cages. Good birdie there for Tyler. And a par there for Braden.
Bag on par for Martin. And a one shoulder tap in par for Dollar.
Left-handed.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
Yeah. I couldn't do it. Even that close, I'd mess it up.
Oh, you see the turbo out through last tournament?
Nope. Hole 16. Par 3, 360 feet. This is one of the signature holes on this property here. You're gonna see some hyzers over this water here. You've got these logs that kind of protect the rollaway there and help with erosion. Onto this beautiful multi-layered green here where the basket sits up on the second platform there. There's also a forehand line, but these guys are strong enough and they're big enough arms to just take the wide hyzer. Basically just overpower this hole.
Yeah. They cleared it up. It didn't used to be so... You really couldn't see the basket. It wasn't so wide open, so they cleared it up a lot.
They did a great job. Whoa, that's a fantastic shot there by Tyler. Nearly acing it.
Was that an ace run?
That was an ace run. Here's also saying big shout out to the Augusta Disc Golf Association. I don't think I've ever seen this course look this clean and this beautiful. Martin there, a little bit of a long look left for his birdie. Looks like that's fading out a little bit early as well.
Yeah.
He'll be down on that second, or that initial layer there. A little better width on this one, but also fading out.
Oh, wow.
Ooh, that hurt that disc. Hitting that rock wall there. All over the good bid, just staying right the entire time. Kneece. It's got such a simple putting form. It's just
annoying.
there.
It's annoying. Just say it. It's annoying.
It's very simplistic. It's accurate.
I want something more complicated like Braden's, but it's smooth. But
Yeah.
just more complicated, more movement before and after.
No, he's just, it's right there. I'm just going to point there.
Yeah,
And throw
and
the disc at it.
Yeah.
And it goes in. Nice birdie there for Tyler as he almost cards the ace. Dollar bag on again. That was a little further for the bag on.
Two shoulders though. Two shoulder strap bag on, so you know.
Secured.
Yeah.
So 3 birdies and a par there on hole 16. Just 2 holes left on this second round.
Hole 17 is a par 3, 320 feet. This is not the part of the course that you want to take lightly. This part of the hole here is pretty cut and dry and simple. Don't go to the right, don't go be in the water, but you do want to land something that is going to stay on this extremely steep slope. Even when it comes to putting, the slope is a factor, whether it's your footing or the potential for a rollaway.
Yeah, this is one that can bite you when you think you're safe.
So the ride isn't over yet.
Saddle and...
Oh,
good bush.
Yes.
Kept them up there in the top tier. I don't know if you saw in the drone footage there's a red and white sign. That's that alligator sign that we were talking about.
Oh, Martin hits a little limb early.
It's going to have a terrifying approach there.
What approach isn't terrifying on this hole?
Yeah.
Gollum.
There you go.
Nice hyzer approach here, coming in, landing,
Ooh.
and then there it
There
goes.
she goes.
There.
And there she goes still.
Okay, all
It
right.
stays in bounds.
Yes. Right next to the basket, and then you're 60 feet away. Next thing you know.
Yeah, we've seen many that just come in right by the basket. It's a steep angle from Dollar. Trying to get higher on that hillside so that it has more time to check up, and it does. Smart play there for Dollar. He'll have pretty much an eye-level putt there. Long jumper trying to match the angle at the end of this flight.
Ooh, all right.
Does it just enough to settle. This is a terrifying upshot, as we've seen these come right back down this hillside.
Well, not just that, but just the height on the basket. You're not, for the distance the way it is, it's not natural.
Mm-hmm.
Like you really have to aim for over the basket even just to hit the cage.
And the basket isn't meant to catch from that angle when you're putting up at it. It's like almost having that elevated platform. The chains and the mechanism weren't meant to catch discs on that angle, so you get so many pushbacks on it.
Yeah.
Dollar here for birdie.
Oh, he hits the band. Oh, and here's the roll they were talking about. It's it. That has no brakes.
Oh, golly. That is...
That is
in the
OB.
water. That is out of bounds.
Tyler sees it, so he looks like he's going to retrieve it. But Dollar says he's going to opt to re-putt from there.
Which you can do.
Hits the band again, and
Wow, dude.
hopefully that one stayed in bounds, though.
That one did stay in bounds. He's going to be near that sign there. But again, now you've got this angle to deal with.
Yep.
And he
Oh,
hits
he's
the top of the cage. No.
Couple breaks.
No.
Breaks. Wow.
Double out of bounds on this hole.
Come on.
It's going to sit.
Oh.
No, you can't be serious. It's going to hit his bag.
Wow.
This is a nightmare scenario now for Matt Dollar. He was looking at a birdie putt to begin this hole.
I mean, we're still looking at him from the birdie putt. No one else has made an attempt yet. He's still trying.
Don't hit the cage.
Stay,
Just stop.
Thank you. Ooh, goodness.
You don't want to hit anything related to metal at that point. You just want to land it on the grass and have it check up.
Ooh.
Tyler sits. Okay.
I can't imagine putting after watching that. Like,
right.
What do you...
Who would want to? I would lay up.
Yeah. That's the fastest I've ever seen Braden putt.
Yeah.
He's like, get me out of here.
Tyler with the tap in for the par. So a plethora of pars and dollar here. I've lost track.
I had to look it up.
Sextuple. Is that a real word?
Yeah.
Anybody got a calculator?
Is that 9? So it's 6 over par? Wow. That was tough to watch, Dollar. But he keeps his spirits up.
Yep.
Big thank you to our Patreon crew. Check us out at patreon.com/AceRunPro. Become an Ace Runner for as little as $3 a month. You get exclusive podcasts early and exclusive content monthly and quarterly giveaways. Check us out, patreon.com/AceRunPro. Become an Ace Runner. Hole 18, our closing hole here, par 3, 294 feet. And if you haven't seen enough slope already, you got more on this hole. This time it is right to left. You have an out-of-bounds parking lot on the right-hand side. You still have the water that can come into play on the left-hand side. And a protected green here with a couple of trees both behind the basket and on the right-hand side, which can definitely affect your shot coming in. Forehands and hyzers play well on this hole. Again, it's just really a matter of controlling your fade and your skip coming into this green.
That forehand is a tricky shot because of the slope that's on the hill in front of the tee pad. So it's not like you have to get it right, or you could just run right into it.
Oh yeah, over the years we've seen people just ground their drive.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa, that great run there.
Yeah.
Martin has been all over. Let's get another look at that here on the run back. As Martin Kneece from the catch cam, matching the angle, giving a beautiful height, and just missing the ace there. Got a couple of ace runs on coverage here.
I love a good ace run.
Braden going with the backhand and trickles back down towards the pin, and he's going to have about 20 feet left.
Yeah, I think he was calling for it to be just a little bit higher. Dollar looks like he's throwing an envy here.
That one settles down on the right-hand side of the hillside. Tricky putt from there.
Tricky putt. You ain't seen nothing until you seen the last hole.
Yeah. Gave it a good bid there. Just stayed right the entire time. Wozniak with this look here for his birdie. Just off the cage there. Braden to finish off a solid round to get to 21 down.
Why does the train always come on the last holes of the round? Nice bird.
Centers it there. Really well done for Braden. First time on our coverage. Making a good showing for himself there. Dollar with this left for the par.
Yep.
Dead center there. And Martin, after nearly carding the ace,
Great round, Martin.
with the birdie.
Shoot, buddy. Yeah.
Strong round. 2 eagles for Martin Kneece on this round.
13 down.
Unbelievable.
I'm all in your stuff.
And Tyler with the par drop in there. Always a good time having Tyler on the card. It's our first time filming him, but we've known him for a little bit now. Good dude. And there you see Martin, 5-stroke advantage over Braden.
So as we look, we see the round 2 results. Martin with the 5-stroke lead. We have someone else, 2 other players jumping up in this form of Jason and Hunter to make the card for tomorrow.
Yeah, there was a little bit of a controversy. Ezra Robinson actually had a scoring discrepancy on his final hole, which cost him being on the final round lead card. So he will be on the chase there, name that we're all familiar with. Well, that wraps up round 2 here for the Augusta Classic. Check us out on all our socials at Ace Run Pro. Big shout out, of course, as always, to our Patreon community. We will see you right back here for the final round of the 2022 Augusta Classic.